The master doesn't try to be powerful. Thus, he's truly powerful. The ordinary man keeps reaching for power. Thus, he never has enough. The master does nothing, yet he leaves nothing undone. The ordinary man is always doing things, yet many more are left to be done. Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu is a figure shrouded in mystery and legend, said to have lived during the 5th or 6th century BC, a time when China was full of intellectual activity. As a contemporary of Confucius, Lao Tzu's very existence remains debated, with some scholars arguing that he might be a composite figure or a symbolic representation of Taoist thought. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his life, the wisdom attributed to Lao Tzu has traveled through centuries, primarily through the Tao Te Ching, a text so profound that it stands as the most translated work after the Bible. The Tao Te Ching, attributed to Lao Tzu, is the cornerstone of Taoist philosophy. Its verses, enigmatic and poetic, offer insights into a way of being that is both deeply philosophical and practical. At its heart is the concept of Wu Wei, often translated as non-action or effortless action. This paradoxical idea suggests a state of action without intent, where one moves in harmony with the flow of life rather than against it. Imagine an athlete in the heat of competition, moving with such grace and precision that every action seems effortless. This is the essence of Wu Wei. Athletes describe it as being in the zone, a state where the mind and body work in perfect unison, and time seems to slow down. Actions unfold naturally, without force or struggle, embodying the Taoist ideal of flow. This experience is not limited to athletes. Artists, musicians, and even writers describe moments when creativity flows through them, as if they are merely a conduit for some greater force. In such moments, the ego dissolves, and what remains is pure, unfiltered creation. The Tao Te Ching itself is a mystery, much like its author. We can only guess at its origins, yet its impact is undeniable. It remains a beacon of wisdom, offering a timeless guide to living in harmony with the universe. The text opens with a famous line that captures its deep mystery. The Tao that can be described is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be spoken is not the eternal name. These words remind us that the true essence of the Tao lies beyond the reach of language and intellect. This indescribability challenges us to experience life directly, without the filters of preconceived notions and rigid definitions. The Tao, as described in the Tao Te Ching, is an all-encompassing force that defies human comprehension. It is the underlying principle that governs the universe, a force that can be felt but never fully understood. The opening lines of the Tao Te Ching suggest that any attempt to define the Tao is inherently limited, as its true nature transcends our sensory perception and intellectual grasp. The Tao is the source and the guiding principle of all that exists, a force that we must align with to find true harmony in life. Living in harmony with the Tao is the ultimate goal of Taoist philosophy. However, the Tao Te Ching offers no single practical method for achieving this. Instead, it hints at the importance of stillness, humility, and the cessation of striving. To align oneself with the Tao is to cultivate a still mind, to curb the senses, and to act with humility. It is to let go of the ego's constant need for control and to trust in the natural unfolding of the universe. This practice requires a deep sense of trust and an acceptance of the unknown, which can be challenging in a world that often values certainty and control. In his memoir, Albert Einstein reflected on moments of scientific revelation, where complex theories seemed to unfold effortlessly in his mind. He described a state of clarity, where equations and concepts fell into place like pieces of a puzzle, as if he were glimpsing the underlying structure of the universe itself. Einstein once wrote, The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. These instances were not just intellectual breakthroughs, but a deep alignment with the natural order of physics, where his intuition and reasoning merged harmoniously, reflecting the principle of Wu Wei. Another illustrative tale from Taoist literature is that of Cook Ting from the Zhuangzi. Cook Ting, a humble butcher, was known for his extraordinary skill in carving oxen. He moved with such grace and precision that his knife never needed sharpening. When asked about his technique, Cook Ting explained that he did not merely cut with his knife, but allowed it to follow the natural structure of the ox. By doing so, he transcended skill and entered a state of harmony with the Tao, where his actions flowed effortlessly from his deeper understanding of the natural order. Cook Ting's story also highlights the power of gentleness. His knife, used with skill and care, lasted for years, in stark contrast to the knives of other butchers, which quickly dulled from forceful use. This gentle efficiency is a central theme in Taoist thought, symbolizing the effectiveness of Wu Wei. It stands in contrast to Western ideals that often emphasize forceful striving and control. In the West, success is often equated with hard work and relentless effort. Yet Taoism suggests that true mastery lies in aligning with the natural flow of things, allowing actions to arise spontaneously from a place of deep understanding and connection. Western culture, with its focus on ambition, hard work, and control, frequently leads to burnout, anxiety, and depression. The Taoist principle of non-action challenges this mindset, suggesting that true wisdom lies in knowing when to act and when to let go. Non-action, or passivity, in Taoism is not laziness, but an intelligent, mindful approach to life that seeks to align with the natural flow of the universe. It calls for a profound shift in perspective, one that values harmony over dominance and balance over achievement. Life, in Taoist philosophy, is often likened to a river, with each person having the choice to swim against the current or flow with it. Trying to control every aspect of life is like battling a powerful river. It leads to exhaustion and frustration. Instead, Taoism advocates for letting go of the need for control and trusting in the natural course of events. This doesn't mean passivity, but rather a wise and active engagement with life that recognizes the limits of human control. It encourages us to be like water, which adapts to its environment without losing its essence. Water, a central symbol in Taoism, embodies this philosophy perfectly. It is soft, humble, and yielding, yet it has the power to overcome the hardest of obstacles. Water flows effortlessly, adapting to its surroundings and nourishing all life without seeking recognition. The Tao Te Ching frequently uses water as a metaphor for the Tao, emphasizing its virtues of humility, flexibility, and quiet strength. The best way to live is to be like water, for water benefits all things and goes against none of them. This quote illustrates how living in accordance with the Tao means adopting these qualities and embracing a life of effortless flow. In a state of flow, the focus on results disappears. Athletes, artists, and performers often describe this experience as one where their sense of self dissolves and they become fully immersed in the present moment. This state is akin to the Stoic concept of amor fati, which emphasizes acceptance of whatever happens. Both philosophies encourage letting go of past and future worries to fully engage with the present, aligning with the natural course and achieving a state of flow.